What's up, YouTube? How's it going? I'm back again for another random video. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about your workers' rights and what you as an employee have the right to know and to oblige by in Ontario, Canada, and probably most of Canada too. So if you're American watching this, I'm sorry to bore you. You can skip, hit that like button, and just move on, okay? Anyways, I'm going to use my phone again because there's just way too much. But if you don't feel like reading and you just want to watch a video on what you need to know, you came to the right spot. Okay, so you have the right. Sorry for the echo. Echo. You have the right to be treated fairly at work, okay? You have the right to work in a safe and healthy workplace, to be trained to deal with workplace hazards, and to join a trade union. Okay, if there's a union, they can't deny you. No matter if you're black or white. Okay, in all seriousness, okay, workplace fairness. Ontario's Employment Standards Act sets minimum standards for things like pay, work hours, and time off. Most workplaces in Ontario must follow this law. Your rights are the same whether you work full-time or part-time, in case you didn't know that. Your basic rights under the ESA, getting paid. You should be getting a payday and a company pay wage statement pay stub. That is clear. It is a good idea to keep a record of the hours that you work. Most employees are entitled to be paid at least the regular minimum wage. However, the minimum wage is different for students, liquor servers, home workers, and hunting and fishing guides. Overtime. Most employees must be paid overtime pay after 44 hours of each work week. The overtime rate must be at least 1.5 times the regular rate of pay. Public holidays in Ontario has 9 public holidays. New Year's Day, Family Day, Good Friday, Victoria Day, Canada Day, Labor Day, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day. Most employees are entitled to take these days off work and be paid public holiday pay. Alternatively, they can agree in writing to work on the holiday and they will be paid. So if you work the holiday, you got to get paid. Public holiday pay plus premium pay for the hours worked on the public holiday. Or the regular rate of hours worked on the holiday plus they will receive another day off called a substitute holiday with public holiday pay. If you work in a hotel, motel, tourist resort, restaurant, tavern, hospital, and establishment with continuous operations, you may have to work on a public holiday. If you do, you should get another day off with public holiday pay or be paid minimum pay for all the hours you work. That holiday plus get public holiday pay. Premium pay is 1.5 times your regular rate of pay. Learn more, blah, 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 about public holiday pay, public holidays, special rules, and exemptions for different types of work. Vacation time and pay. So most employees earn at least 2 weeks of vacation after 12 months. You are entitled to be paid at least 4% of your total wages earned on vacation pay. Or vacation pay not already paid is owed to you when your employment ends. Temporary help agency work. Temporary help agency employees generally have the same right as the other employees under the ESA. So a temp employee, which I despise. Deductions from wages. Only 3 types of deductions can come off your pay. They can be made from your wages, statutory example taxes, court-ordered, and those authorized by you in writing. So child support, and then any extra taxes you want to take off your pay. Some employees require you to pay for your uniform. Deductions from your wages to pay for your uniform may be made only if you agree in writing to have a specified amount deducted. If a customer leaves without paying or an error costs your employer money, that amount can't be deducted from your wages. So they take the loss, not you. Special rules. Some jobs have special standards or exemptions. See our special rule tool. Learn more. The employment standards poster. Your employer should have the employment standards poster displayed where you can read some of your ESA rights. When a job ends, in most cases after working continuously for 3 months, you must receive advance notice in writing and or termination pay if your employer ends your employment. The amount of notice and termination pay depends on how long you have been employed in the job. So after 3 months, if you're still a temp and they haven't offered to hire you on, well, that's illegal as well. So they either have to fire you or hire you full time. Some jobs say, oh, a year, blah, blah, blah. That's bullshit. The basics of pay equality. The right to equal pay for a work or equal value. In Ontario, both men and women have the right to receive equal pay for doing work that they must be very different in nature but is of equal value. The right is protected by the Pay Equality Act. So the PEA requires employers to ensure employees in female job classes, jobs done mostly by women, are paid as much as workers in the male job classes, jobs done mostly by men, when they are found to be comparable in value to the organization based on skills, efforts, responsibilities, and working conditions. The PEA covers male and female employees and female job classes of all public sectors employees and private sector employers with 10 or more employees in Ontario. Employers are required to provide you with information about pay equality in your workplace. If you are presented by a union, your bargaining agent may be able to provide you with pay equality information. Employers cannot fire or punish you for asking about pay equality or exercising your right to pay equality. For more information, blah, blah, blah. Your right to equal pay for equal work. So the Employment Standards Act also has provisions that ensure women and men receive equal pay for performing substantially the same job. This means that work and that requires the same skill, effort, and responsibility is done under similar working conditions. It is the same establishment. Expectations include higher pay based on seniority, merit, workplace system, etc., etc. The Basic of Labor Retaliations Act. So under Ontario's Labor Retaliations Act, you have the right to join a trade union and participate in legal union activities. It's against the law for an employer to fire you or discriminate against you for joining a union, your past association with a bargaining agent, and exercising any other rights under the LRA. It's also against the law for a union or employer to intimidate or concern you to join or not join a union, so they can't tell you what the fuck to do. Safe and health workplace. So the Occupational Health and Safety Act, OHSA, this is important, sets out the rights and duties of workers, supervisors, and employers in keeping workplace safe and healthy and providing regulated workplaces. Well, I know some jobs that don't follow that 100%. Your basic rights under the OHSA, the right to know. You have the right to know about the hazards in your workplace. You have to be trained on how to protect yourself from harm. As of July 1st, 2014, the law requires employers to make sure that all of their workers and supervisors have completed basic and safety awareness training. And training outlines workers, supervisors, and employers' rights, roles, and responsibilities in keeping workplace safety and healthy. This basic training for all workers and supervisors is in addition to other or more detailed training required by law. That depends on your workplace, okay? So the right to refuse. You have the right to refuse unsafe work, including situations where you believe you're in danger of workplace violence. Your employer cannot fire or discipline you for refusing unsafe work or for asking them to address a health and safety issue. Your employer can't penalize you for following workplace health and safety laws and for obeying the Ministry of Labor inspector's order. This would be an unlawful reprisal. So report hazards to any violation of workplace health and safety law right away to your supervisor or employer. If you can't get health and safety problems fixed at work, call the Ministry of Labor Health and Safety Contract toll-free number at 1-877-202-0008. You don't have to give your name. Services may be offered in various languages in addition to English and French. So if you're not from Canada, you're coming into Canada, you don't know any of this stuff, well, now you're learning. And you can't read English, but you can understand some of it. I don't know how that works. Well, I'm here to help. The right to participate. You also have the right to help identify and resolve workplace health and safety concerns. There may be ways you can do this, such as asking questions, raising concerns, and giving positive feedback. One of the most effective ways you can get involved is to join the Health and Safety Committee at your workplace. Here's some tips for staying safe at work. Get training, learn how to work safely, obviously. Follow the rules to know and what to do in an emergency. Be supervised. There is a supervisor to see that you are doing the job correctly. Oh, sorry, is there a supervisor? If there is no supervisor around, there should be a replacement. I'm a truck driver, so I work alone. I do have supervisors I can get a hold of, obviously, but they're not watching me 24/7. Wear the gear: hairnets, gloves, aprons, safety glasses, earplugs, etc. All safety gear, use them correctly as required. Obviously, be safe. Don't kill yourself. Identify risk before you start the job. Report unsafe practices and situations to your supervisor or employer. If you don't know, ask. There is no dumb questions. No question is dumb, because if you don't know the answer, then you know what I mean? It's good to know. It's good to ask and not to know, right? So if you don't know, ask your supervisor, what are the hazards of this job? Is there any special training needing for this job? Do I have the right protective equipment for this job? If I have any questions about safety, who do I ask? Do your job. Don't do anything you haven't been asked to do or have been told specifically not to do. Follow the safety rules. You must work safely and use the required equipment properly. Keep protective devices in place, and if you don't know the safety rules, ask your supervisor. Report hazards. Tell your supervisor if you see anything hazardous, even if the danger is not to you but to other workers. If you are hurt, no matter how minor, report injuries to your supervisor or employer. Talk to your family. Tell them what you're doing at work. Let them know if you think something is wrong. Be honest. If the task is too much for you, say so. Don't attempt something that you cannot handle. Never assume. Don't assume that you can do something without instructions, guidance, or supervision. Excuse me. Basic health and safety awareness training. So to help employers make sure that each of their workers and supervisors receive basic health and safety awareness training, the Ministry of Labor provides a set of training programs at no charge in multiple formats and in multiple languages. The training program includes the Worker Health and Safety Awareness and 4 Steps Workbook and Employer Guide, the Supervisor Health and Safety Awareness and 5-Step Workbook and Employer Guide, and learning modules for workers and supervisors. So these training programs are available for download on the Ministry of Labor website. You can also order printed copies from Service Ontario. Mandatory prevention starts here, posters. More things you should know about workplace health and safety. So if you have any questions, concern, if you want to report any anonymous stuff, if you're getting treated unfairly, there are numbers on this website to contact, and if you're new to Canada, feel free to call. There's translation, like they said. So you got WSIB is 1-800-387-0750. All kinds of stuff on here. Check out the website. So there's some basic labor rights. Know your rights. Do what you're told. You know, you have the right to refuse, like I said, and all those steps. Don't feel scared at work. You should never do something you don't think you're safe at doing, and you know, always listen to what you think is right. And if you don't feel safe doing it, don't do it. Wear proper gear. Wear work boots where work boots are needed, and don't mix with the wrong chemicals and blow yourself up. Okay? So there you have it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more random videos, as I do upload often. And I'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now.